Guys, what is something you learned about girls after getting into a relationship?
That birth control messes with their hormones a lot.
A good hug when nothing is wrong works wonders.
Communication is the key to everything. Seriously, if there's an unanswered question, effing mention it and get the answer. Neither men nor women are mind readers. So many things can be avoided by just talking with the other one in the relationship. Always assume ignorance over malice. Chances are whatever happened it's because of assumptions made and not because one was trying to actively hurt, annoy the other. The only dumb question is the one you don't ask.
Makeup is expensive as F.
Bobby pins are magical items that will materialize out of thin air.
And disappear just as suddenly.
With my first serious girlfriend after college, I learned that I could have a relationship with open and honest communication, owning our emotional reactions, not being manipulative, and putting ourselves in our partner's shoes. In my next relationship, I learned that not every partner will do that. It really prepared me for meeting my now wife, because I could expect that and communicate that expectation to her early on, which laid the foundation for a healthy and communicative relationship.
Actually, the most valuable thing I've learned is be honest. If I'm going to the pub and know I'll be back late, just be straight up and tell it like it is. Most girls like honesty. Seems fairly obvious, doesn't it? The relationship I'm in now has been by far the best because I don't try to play games, which has got me into trouble in the past. Honesty and transparency. It's the key.
I've tried explaining this to so many guys. Like, dude, your wife is calling you constantly because it's midnight and you told her you'd be home by 9. For all she knows, you've been in an accident and are lying dead in a ditch somewhere. She's calling BC, she loves you and she's worried about you. Just tell her you'll be out with the boys all night and be done with it.
You don't have enough hangers.
This one got me lol. I had a cloth bag absolutely full of hangers laying my dresser for years. AF ton of them just accumulated over time, I guess. Anyway, I had planned to eventually throw them out but forgot about them. Fast forward to about a month ago when my girlfriend is moving in. It took time for me to realize the situation when she said, "I'm gonna need more hangers."
Until I actually lived with my partner, it was hard to comprehend just how often a period comes, how long it lasts, and how much it can affect your day-to-day. What a pain in the ass. I do not envy the ladies.
That my hoodies are actually her hoodies.
Asterisk Bugs Bunny, asterisk our hoodies.
My boyfriend didn't know girls wiped after peeing. He was 20 at the time of revealing this.
My French fries are her French fries.
An argument is not a win-lose situation every time. Take time to compromise and learn from each other instead.
She can snore like a freight train.
I'm female, but my male partner had no idea that women can't hold in our periods like we hold in pee. I found this out when he was telling me about a girl in 6th grade who got her period in class, and he couldn't believe how she just let it all out all over, as if she peed in her pants but it was period blood. I had to explain to him how it works. But I guess, how would he have known? I never thought about it.
Sex education really needs to get better for this reason and many others. People not only need to know about their own reproductive systems, which sex ed already doesn't do the best job with, but that of others because, well, it's pretty likely that everyone will have an encounter with another's reproductive system at some point in their lives, after being born, of course.
Her hair somehow always ends up in between my butt crack. How?
She put it there, watch out.
That penetration without clitoral stimulation doesn't do the trick for a lot of women. I think an understanding of human anatomy helps a lot here. During fetal development, the tissues that become the penis in men turn into the clitoris in women. The clitoris isn't just the button under the clitoral hood, it actually has an internal part that wraps around the vagal canal. And it also gets engorged with blood with arousal. Having sex without touching it is kind of like being completely flaccid, and then having someone only stroke the shaft without ever touching the head. You'll probably still get aroused and it'll still feel good, but it's not satisfying and you might not be able to finish easily. Except for women, cause something goes inside us, it actually hurts to take a DK if I'm not at all aroused first. This part is my personal speculation, but I think this is why there's so much variability in what women like. Men have most of their nerves involved in sexual pleasure right there in the same place on the outside of their body, but women can have nerves distributed differently throughout the entirety of the internal and external parts of the clitoris. So some might be too sensitive to have the external part touched directly, and some can get off through only stimulation of the internal part.
Daily sunscreen, lotion your whole body in the morning.
The amount of hair they shed is unreal. Not sure how they still have a full body of hair on their head after a week.
You've got to brush them.
You get through 4 times as much bathroom tissue.
Costco is a lifesaver when it comes to this.
That morning routine ain't no joke.
Right? She gets up at 4:30 to leave at 6:10. I get up at 5:20 to leave at 5:30.
Hair. It gets effing everywhere.
With a wife and a teenage daughter, I could stuff a pillow with all of the hair I pull out of the shower pipes after they've got blocked again.
Periods suck. Brass suck. Shaving suck. Women don't get enough pockets on their clothing. And they appreciate compliments a lot on things they may be insecure about. Like stretch marks or thighs. Edit to the incels DMing me with your BS, could you kindly 1F off one?
What might be a really small thing for me to give her, a gesture, compliment, smile, etc., can mean a whole lot to her.
This is so underrated. I'm in a new relationship and I know my BF cares for me in his own way, but I would give anything for a few compliments here and there.
They shower with lava. At least that's what the water temperature felt like.
When I shower with my husband, it feels like an ice bath.
The statement, just do what you want, no matter the tone, means you fed up.
As a woman reading through these comments, this is *** by far * the most valuable information.
You have to teach someone how to be a good lover to you. People don't magically know how to meet your needs. And they certainly can't read your mind.
Well, FRKN said. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and people should realize that. More relieved face.
Periods really effing suck.
Agreed. I basically turn into a snack courier and occasional hug pillow during her time. They tell you to put the seat down on the toilet because they legit fall in if they don't notice.
You really gotta let her pee after sex, man. FYI, I've never stopped a woman from peeing after sex. That's just weird.
UTIs and bladder infections are no joke and mostly avoidable. Also, make sure your junk is clean. Common courtesy.
They appreciate the gifts you've made, even if they're not good. Just the fact that you put effort into making them something.
That periods are a effing nightmare that we should be grateful we never have to experience, and sympathetic to those who have to suffer them regularly. Light or heavy, they're a frigging beast to deal with while living a normal day-to-day life.
Periods are longer than 24 hours. Not sure why I thought they were shorter. Guess I was never properly taught about them before my first relationship. Edit. Interesting to know my most upvoted comment now is related to the long conversation between me and my girlfriend about what being a girl is like.
I'll never forget the guy who refused to understand that period lengths are different for everyone. According to him, since his sister's was only 3 days, that's how it was for everyone. Literally showed him that I was still bleeding up until day 7 and he just insisted that I was broken.
Damn, really? Wow, the ignorance. I was also told lots of cuddles and chocolate is much appreciated from me during that time. I believed it, and sure enough she said it helped a ton during her first one during our relationship.
They don't want solutions, they want empathy, and for you to listen.
They fart just as much as guys do.
My sister thought it was funny to fart in the car, not say anything, and then wait for the inevitable accosting of our noses. Even my dad, who doesn't curse in front of me, often said on multiple occasions, "What crawled up your asshole and died?"
Period panties. That special pair that only come out once a month and look like someone wiped up acid with them. Women's bodies are amazing, fun, and terrifying in different times and situations.
That they are very capable of solving their emotional problems themselves. Sometimes they just need someone who listens to their story without them saying what's right or wrong.
Lot of they shed and need just to be listened to. I'm gathering that the general consensus is that women are actually the hairy, loud ones.
They are way grosser than any of my guy friends. They just hide it in public better.
I learned the most after living with a girl. I started to notice dust and tiny things that just went under my radar. I started taking better care of my skin and teeth after seeing their routine. I appreciated better kitchen appliances. mostly their ability to turn a living space into something warm and welcoming. A woman's touch is really something special.
That relationships take a ton of work and commitment. Before I got into one, I thought love and passion was all that was needed. I couldn't have been more wrong. A real relationship takes so much practical work. Love, passion, dedication, and trust are the foundations, yes. However, there are so many more practical considerations on top of that. Some prominent examples: attachment styles, finances, distance, emotional bandwidth, maturity level, sacrifice, commitment, discomfort and confrontation, learning how to argue and disagree healthily, concerns about intimacy and sex, power dynamics, place in life and relative experiences, sexual and otherwise. The list goes on. Relationships are a lot of effing work, and as I learned the hard way, you could love someone more than life itself and be willing to die for them and think they are your one true soul mate and they can feel the same exact way, but if these other things aren't in place, then it will not work and you will experience the most soul-crushing and excruciating heartbreak of your entire existence. Edit 1, Holy poo. Thank you guys so much for the awards, karma, and most of all, amazing contributions and interactions. I learned so much and this has been incredibly therapeutic for me. I love you all so much. God bless. Edit 2, I was so broken, crushed, destitute, empty, and dead inside last night. I broke down. I sobbed for hours. To God. I asked Him to love me and be with me. And I didn't expect anything. I had such an unbelievably awful day yesterday. I lashed out in ways I find abhorrent. I broke down and bared my soul to Christ, and today He gives this. I've connected with many incredible people, on Reddit and elsewhere. This has been such a blessing to me. I don't care about karma and awards. I care about and love humans. And when I showed strangers kindness today, I got the same in return. I am blown away. Today has been a miracle for me. I love so deeply and passionately and unconditionally. When I had to walk away from Stacy, it broke me. Thank you for this. I love you all.
My first relationship, I always wondered why my girlfriend would rant at me about things like horrible coworkers, stress dealing with projects, etc. And then get mad at me when I tried to talk through the problems, break them down and help come up with workable solutions. My second relationship, I realized when women do this, they just want to rant and have a hug at the end. They don't want your advice, they don't want a calm, rational discussion about what they can do to make a situation better. Don't pour kerosene on that fire, just let it burn out. Edit 2. Thank God I've found how to turn off reply notifications on desktop Reddit. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing for hours.
Ron Swanson. You've fallen into a classic trap, Christopher. Trying to fix a woman's problems instead of just listening to what they are. Tom Haverford. Hey man, if Anne needs Tylenol, she can get it herself. What she needs from you is to just look her in the eyes, nod your head, and say those two magic words. Donna Meagle. That sucks. Chris Traeger. That sucks. Tom Haverford. I've spent my entire life reading instructional books about relationships in order to trick women into liking me. When Anne tells you what's bothering her, don't try to fix it. Just say, damn, that sucks.
All these comments about hair and stuff are true, yes. But what baffled me, and I'm about to get a little real here, sorry, is to really hear about how many times girls experience sexual assault, catcalling and just outright micro-abuse. But more importantly, how normal it just is for them. Especially with comments like, oh yeah no, it started when I was around 11 or 12 I think. Unbelievable. I will forever have respect and bring female friends to their doorman. Always.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.